One of the worst things you could ever do is get caught messing around with someone you swore you had no dealings with. Not only is it overly embarrassing, but in my case, it can be dangerous too. So here's a story time on how I got caught, or should I say on how we got caught. So boom, one of my close friends, we're going to call her Tay. It was her birthday weekend, and just like her, you know, she has to do everything. She has to do an event for every day of the week. Well, finally, when I had time, I told her I'll be able to, you know, partake in the weekend festivities, which was a kickback at her house. And then after that, we was going to go straight to the club. But I had kind of told her, like, I wasn't really feeling the club. I felt like around that time, I was starting to fall back from the club. It's just that I found myself going to the club, like, you know, way too many times. It was getting old to me. I just didn't feel like it. So she was like, okay, cool. I respect that. Just come through for my little kickback, and that'll be good. So I need y'all to remember that, because that's a very important point. We already agreed that I was not going to the club, and that was that. Kill. By the way, I miss y'all too. Happy New Year, and I'm happy to be back. So the weekend is here. Tay and about 5 of our other friends gathered over Tay's apartment or whatever. It was decoration. She was a themed girl. So I think the theme was like Barbie land. So it was pink, everything, the whole apartment. I even think that she did something to make the carpet pink. It was just pink galore. Cute. Everybody had on the matching pink pajamas or whatever. Everything was cutesy. Everything was just so Tay-coded. She was just that type of girl. So anyway, like, I'm chilling in the kitchen with one of our other friends, and she's like, you know, cooking the food. My other friends, they're in the living room kind of like gossiping, you know, chit-chatting about all this other stuff. And I'm the type of person where if I don't know who you're talking about, if I can't put a name to a face, I automatically zone out. I don't care. So I'm in the kitchen talking to my other friend, and she's like asking me like, oh, you know, why don't you want to come out with us? Please come out. So I guess they sent her to like try to make me change my mind at the last minute. And I'm like, nah, you know, I'm good. She's like, okay, well, go out there and take this plate to my friend Martha. I'm like, who was Martha? Like, I didn't know Martha was in our friend group, this and that. Like, this must be somebody new. She's like, Starion, just go take her food for me, please. Kill. So I grabbed a plate of food, and I also grabbed her one of those little cutesy drinks. It was like in a pink Barbie martini glass or whatever. And so I walk in the living room, and at first I'm kind of scanning the room, and all I see is my friends. I'm not seeing anybody, especially somebody by the name of Martha. Mind you, we are a very close-knit friend group. So I would know, you know, I'm like, why am I just not hearing about Martha? But whatever, it's not my birthday party. She can invite whoever she wants to. So I'm just standing there, and my friend Tay was like, you know, what's wrong? Like, you looking for somewhere to sit down? I'm like, nah, I'm supposed to get this plate to Martha. Like, who's Martha? So my friend was like, she stepped outside real quick, go get her charger or whatever. She should be coming right back. Like, hold on right quick. So I'm still standing there confused, like, you know, who's Martha? So they let me know that Martha was like their long distance homie. Like, she wishes that she could be at all the different events or whatever, but she lives out of state. But she was able to make it this time. Mind y'all, still, I have never heard of Martha. But okay, cool. So I'm about to walk back in the kitchen. I'm like, well, whenever Martha, you know, is ready for her plate, let her know that her plate is ready in the kitchen. So I turn around and the door opens, and immediately, picture this. I just want to set the scene. I felt like I started hearing music in slow motion. Like, what's that? Just picture this. Like, close your eyes. I'm about to set the scene for y'all. So it was like this dark skin. I'm talking about her skin was very smooth, very clear. White teeth smiling, YSL Libre smelling, body yaddy yaddy and body tea, like please clock it, body Boston tea, baby. She come through the door like, oh, I hear my name, like, what's up? So for a minute, I'm even like stuck staring. So I hear my friend say, Starion, dang, give her the plate. So I snap out of it, and I'm just like, oh yeah, Martha, like, you know, here go your food. So she take the plate from me. She's like, oh, thank you, you're so sweet. She takes the plate, she goes into the living room, she sits down. I run in the kitchen like, bro, what's up? Like, why y'all ain't talking about Martha? Yo, Martha was tens across the board. Let's give Martha her tens right now. My friend interrupted me like, Starion, no, you already know how Tay is. Don't even do that. Like, she's more closer to Tay than she is with everybody or whatever. Like, yes, she is gorgeous. She's stunning even. But Starion, leave her alone. I'm not gonna lie, y'all, this was around a time where I felt like every single girl I was talking to was just very psychotic, very crazy, very erratic. It was just a lot going on. And so I'm not gonna lie, my friend did have a reason to be like, you know what I'm saying, just leave crazy where it's at. And it's like, I hear you, but I don't, cause like, what? She's sitting there talking, and I'm sitting there still thinking about the moment that Martha walked through the door. I'm just like, so boom, she fixed my plate, she fixed her plate. Now it's time for us to go in the living room where everybody else is. And so we all sitting around this little table thing and we eating. Y'all, I'm trying my best. And I felt like every time I looked up, mind you, Martha is like to the right of me. But every time I looked up, my eyes were automatically turned towards Martha. I wanted to see Martha. I wanted to stare at Martha. I just wanted Martha to be in my eyes view. Everybody else talking, laughing, having a great time. And I just felt like I was stuck. I'm just like, oh my God. Like, have you ever just seen somebody? And it's not even just about the beauty. It's just like her aura. Like, some people tell me like, oh my God, like, I love your aura. But like, no, I get it, because I felt like when I met Martha, she was the type of person where she was just giving off. It was something that she was doing that just was like, you know, like ringing me in. I just felt like she was just like, whoo, like casting a spell on me. So boom, everybody get done eating. We getting up and we throwing our plates away or whatever. And so Tay is like, all right, everybody, let's go get ready. Everybody everybody besides Starion since she want to be lame. I'm like, man, come on, chill out. Next thing you know, Martha's like, wait, why you not coming to the club with us? I'm not gonna lie, Martha, baby. Anything you ask me to do, I'll do. Just say that. Like, as a matter of fact, like, Martha, do you want me to go? So I was just, I was like, I'm kind of tired. I'm really feeling the club thing. She's like, please, Starion. There you go. It don't really take much. Like, okay. So what she don't know, I already locked in my mind. I'm like, how am I supposed to tell my friends that I changed my mind? Because now all of a sudden, I want to be around Martha all night. Yes, I want to go to the club. I'll go to the after hours. In the after hours after that, we can go to Waffle House. And y'all, I rarely ever want to go to Waffle House with them. We can even come back to the house. We can stay up all morning. Anything it took to be around Martha, I was on that type of time now. So I was like, all right, bet. Let me go home. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me get my fit and I'll be back. Y'all, my friend Tay turned around immediately and was just like, wait, you for real? I'm like, Tay, like, she asked me whatever. She's like, mind you, it's my birthday. And I asked you if you could go. I even begged you. I even had our other friends begging you. And you told me no. But when Martha asked you, you're going to go? I'm like, nah, it's not really like that. I was going to surprise you anyway. I was lying. But it saved me. She was like, oh, okay, then it's fine. Then go home and get ready and meet us at the club. Cute. So I'm walking outside or whatever, and I noticed, like, a car got me blocked in. So I'm like, y'all, like, who Benz is that out there? Martha's like, oh, I'm sorry. That's me. I got you blocked in. Like, let me move it for you. Martha had, like, these high cheekbones. So anytime she would smile or say certain words, I don't know. Like, man, it was insane. Like, her beauty and just how humble she was. And we love a humble queen. It's like, golly. So, boom, we walk outside or whatever. And I don't know if maybe she had, like, too many drinks or whatever, but she was tripping down the stairs. So I'm like, damn, you gonna be good. So at this point, she's leaning on me, y'all. I felt like I was inside the YSL Libra. Like, I was just sniffing up everything. She smelled so heavenly. It was crazy. She was like, oh my God, this is so embarrassing. This is not how I wanted to, this is my first time meeting you. And you probably gonna call and tell everybody that I'm a drunk. But I was like, nah, like, whatever happened between us stays between us. Hear me? Clock it, catch it. You're gonna have to start paying attention when I talk, because when I talk, I'm trying to tell you about something. So we laughed that off or whatever. She moved her car so I can, like, slide back or whatever. So she puts her car in, so she's kind of standing out there. I'm like, go back inside before somebody, get you. I heard they out here taking all the bad bees. She like, what's that supposed to mean? You think I'm bad, Starion? Y'all hot. Ooh. Fun fact, let me tell you one thing about me. I love somebody that know how to flirt back. Like, even if it don't, like, really mean anything. Like, when I say something, you quick with it. Like, you say something, I'm quick with it. I felt like at that point we was outside, we were just going back and forth. It was like ping pong. Bing, 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 bing type of time. We was on kid. So I started laughing, trying to be cool. Like, you crazy. You crazy. Like, sorry, watch out. Like, watch out. She's like, all right, Starion, I'm going to go ahead and let you get ready. Don't take too long. Hurry up and come back to us. At this point, my friend Tay was standing in the door. She like, Martha, get back in here. What's taking you so long? So I get to driving off. I'm almost speeding because at this point, I need to hurry up and get ready. I need to hurry up and get back to Martha. My friend Tay called me. And so I'm thinking, like, maybe I forgot something. I'm like, yo, what's up? Like, you need me to bring you something? Like, what's going on? She like, Starion, I'm drunk, so I'm a little throw off, but I'm not crazy. She was like, no, don't. Whatever you do, don't. I'm like, what are you even talking about? Like, you got to be drunk because, like, I'm lost. She's like, just as well as you couldn't keep your eyes off Martha, as soon as you would put your head down and turn another way, I always caught Martha looking at you. She was like, just when y'all was outside moving cars, y'all wasn't moving no cars. Y'all was having some type of conversation. She was like, I was born at night, not last night. Neither one of y'all need to play with me, especially on my birthday. Aye, Captain, heard you. Nobody's gonna play with you. Like, yeah, she cute, but, like, I'm not on that. She not on that. She was like, yeah, I know, because she's not even into girls anyway. She don't even swing that way, but don't get to talking to her. Don't get to doing none of that Starion. We here to have fun. It ain't gonna be on that type of time. I'm trying to play it super cool. I'm like, okay, nobody, it's not even like that. Like, come on, I'm already talking to somebody. Like, come on, like, don't even get on that. We here to enjoy you and your birthday. Like, come on, get out of that. Okay, we get off the phone, hang up. I went home, y'all. I have never got ready so fast. I probably even forgot to put on deodorant. At this point, I'm just trying to get the flyest fit that I've ever owned in my life, because at this point, it's time to step. I'm already knowing if she that bad, naturally just chilling, oh, she finna really bring it to the table. I'm already knowing. So boom, I get dressed. Now I'm meeting them at the club, and just like I thought, first of all, let me just say this: all my friends, really bad guys, like everybody from head to toe. But that Martha, bro, I'm telling you right now, and she had that type of appeal about herself. Like, she knew she looked good, but she knew she didn't have to do too much. I like that. Please clock that T. So we in a section. We going up for my friend Tay's birthday or whatever. You know what I'm saying? She happy. She got all her close friends. I'm happy for her. I love seeing my friends happy. I love celebrating my friends. All that. So I got my shades on, and Martha come over and she take my shades off, and I'm just kind of looking at her like, what you want, man? Whole time I'm looking at Tay, making sure Tay don't see this either, because she's already giving me a fair warning to not to. And I don't know what happened, but the DJ all of a sudden changed the song to Lovers and Friends. So she's standing there holding my glasses, but she just kind of looking at me. I'm like, what? Like, what you got to say to me? What's going on? She like, Starion, stop looking at me like that before you get... I beg your finest pardon, Martha? She said, you heard me. And did. For the first time in my life, I understood why Jeezy and Usher made that song, I Want to Make Love in the Club, because that's exactly what I wanted to do. The tension between Martha and I was just literally uncontrollable. I was honestly shocked that none of my other friends was picking up on stuff. Because one thing about that friend group, they're going to 224 real quick. They're going to pick up on something. They're going to, hey, look, or tell me why, or let me find out. But honestly, nobody was paying us any mind. And I was loving that. Martha kept giving me that look. Y'all know the F me eyes. And every time she would come over, she would kind of place her hand on like my thigh or kind of like the back of my neck. And I'm sorry, but like when them acrylics hit my neck, But I'm trying to keep it cool. I'm trying to keep it smooth. My friend Tay having a good time. She getting so drunk. I don't even think she realized we even in the club no more. At this point, my friends are constantly taking her back and forth to the bathroom. They fanning her. They trying to put the water in her mouth. She's done for. So Martha comes over and like I'm sitting down at the back of the section. So she's standing up between my legs. So she leans over and she was like, so how we going to do this? I'm trying to play crazy. I'm like, what you mean? How we going to do what? She's like, you know that I know that Tay don't want us messing around. So how we going to do this without being caught? And I'm not gonna lie, y'all, it is a little bit of something in me that kind of likes the idea of like, yeah, we still gonna do what we want to do. Even though we know it's a possibility that we can get caught, we still just gonna try to do it. I like that for some odd reason. But you know what I also like? I like playing hard to get just a little bit. So I'm telling her like, come on now, we ain't on that. Like, we can't do that. She gonna be mad, whatever like that. I'm like, at the end of the day, she said you was off limits. Martha looked me right in my eyes. She was like, I'm not off limits. I'm grown. So what's up? One thing y'all will come to realize throughout the whole story, Martha just not gonna back down. So let's just keep that in mind right there. So as she asking me, so what's up? I'm just standing there looking. She was like, you gonna keep looking or you gonna do something about it? So I'm just looking still and she's like, hey, Starion, like talk to me. What's going on? And honestly, I was just trying to see how to move forward because like I said, I knew it was wrong, but at the same time, something felt right about it, chat. We're just kind of having a stare down right now. My other friend interrupted. She was like, hey, come on, let's go to Waffle House and we're gonna take Tay home because she drunk. Let's go. So we walking outside the club, we get back to the cars or whatever, and so they like, okay, Starion, we know you don't want to go to Waffle House, you don't really like Waffle House, but like, we just gonna let you know when we make it home. So I was like, because I low-key want to go to Waffle House, because like I said, I definitely want to see Martha. So I was just like, all right then, cool. Martha was like, wait, why you not going to Waffle House? You think you too good for Waffle House? Again, here she is doing what she does. So I'm just like, bruh, okay, I'll go, but I'm not really trying to eat nothing. Martha walked beside me and was like, yeah, you're not trying to eat nothing yet. Stop playing with me. So we at Waffle House, and it's like my friend Tay was over in the booth by the window because she need to lean up on the wall. It was me and my other friend. It was another friend in front of Tay. Right in front of me, of course, Martha chooses to sit, and it was my other friend on the side. Kim! So basically, all my friends either drunk, real tipsy, or not paying no attention. They're trying to text their dudes and see like where they at. You know, it's after the club, so they trying to be on that type of time. Martha is locked in on me. Even the waitress had noticed like, is she okay? If that wasn't already enough, I'm sitting there trying to fake look at the menu. Next thing you know, I feel something on my leg. So, naturally I jump because I'm like, like, what is it? Like, I hope it ain't no roach or nothing like that. It's Martha and she's like rubbing her heel up and down my pants leg. And I'm just like, all right, bro. I don't know if she done this before. I don't know if she just getting a thrill out of getting me like this. I don't know what's going on, but I like it. So everybody food come out and I'm just sitting there because I didn't even order anything. And Martha's like, come on, you need to eat. Like, try this waffle. Like, their waffles are so good. I'm like, I've had their waffles before. I'm not really hungry or whatever. I ate a lot. You know what I'm saying? We had just ate at the kickback. She's like, here, try it. So she picks up a piece of the waffle off her fork and she's like putting it towards my mouth. And I'm trying to look around and make sure ain't nobody else paying attention. Everybody in their own world, y'all. She takes the piece of waffle. She was like, wait, let me make sure it's not too hot. She takes a bite off of it and then she puts the fork back up to my mouth again. I'm just kind of looking at her like, bro, you are so bold. Like, what's going on with you? Like, what you want? She's like, eat it now. My friend Tay, yeah, she was drunk. When she heard that, she leaned up and she was like, hold on, Starion, you could use my fork because I haven't used it yet. Like, you could use my fork to eat off her waffle. Like, don't just, you barely even know her. Why are you eating off somebody else's, fork, this, and that? And I'm just like, all right, cool. So, low key, some of my friends catching on. So I'm playing it cool. I was like, I wasn't about to eat that off her fork or whatever. I was just kind of looking at it. So I get my friend Tay's fork because she's not eating. She just kind of wants to go home and lay down. I pick up a piece of waffle off of Martha's plate. I eat the waffle. Okay, we good. Phew. All right, so everybody finished done eating. The tabs come out. Everybody pay. Okay, cool. We're walking back to the cars or whatever. And my friend's just like, well, Starion, I low-key really want you to go back to the apartment with us so you can help us, get Tay inside. She kind of drunk. She passed out. And it's going to be hard for us to do it. So I'm like, you know what? All right, bet. I'll follow y'all to her apartment or whatever. We pull up to my friend's Tay apartment. Getting her out was a time because it's like, okay, not only is she drunk, but she passed out. So all that extra weight was kind of crazy. We get her out the car. We put her in the house. She's laying down. We taking her makeup off. We taking her, outfit off. We just making sure, that we treat the birthday girl great. The birthday girl had a time 10 out of 10. Mission accomplished. Cute. So I tell everybody, like, all right, I'm about to go to the crib or whatever, because initially that was a plan. Like, I didn't want to, like, guess. I knew that if I was to spend the night, especially that night, they would have definitely caught on because, y'all, first of all, I already said I wasn't going out. I did. They already know I don't like Waffle House. I was at Waffle House. Not only that, I tried the Waffle. But me spending the night, I felt like that was going to blow our cover. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm saying my goodbyes. Cute. I think Martha was in the bathroom or something like that because I ended up not even seeing her like as I was walking out. So I get in my car. I'm trying to pull out, the driveway and being careful, making sure, because I have been drinking just a little bit. So I just wanted to make sure that I'm driving safe. Cute. Next thing you know, come running down the stairs in a robe is Martha. And she's like flagging me down, like, slow down, slow down. So I'm like, what's up? Like, you good? She like, nah, I'm not good. She opens up my passenger's side door. She jumps in the car. She was like, I'm going home with you tonight. Now drive. She ain't have on no clothes under that robe, and she made sure I knew that as soon as she hopped in my car. And I don't know if I was just nervous because of Martha's presence or nervous because of the fact I knew if my friends was to catch this girl in my car in her robe, it was going to be World War 3, 4, 5, and 6. So I'm out here trying to play it as cool as I possibly can. I'm like, come on, like, you tripping. The more I'm talking, the more the robe is starting to slide off her body. And I'm just like, wait, is you cool? I'm trying to reason with her and let her know that, look, this is the wrong place, the wrong time. She keeps repeating to me, what are you scared of? What are you so afraid of? What are you scared of? And like I told her, it's not like I'm scared. I just don't want my friends to catch us like this. Like, come on. Like, let's just find another route. Like, I don't want to, it's her birthday. She specifically told me, you know what I'm saying? No. I don't want to do this. Like, come on, just let's not go out like this. At this point, the robe is completely off and I'm starting to stutter at this point. I can't focus. I can't concentrate on my words. Her eyes are locked in on mine as she studies slipping the robe off. And now the robe is in the bottom, like, the foot, like by the floor mat of the car. So I just get to saying, please, Martha, come on now. Please don't do this. Not right now. Not like this. At this point, she's starting to smirk a little bit. She's like, so you don't want it. And it's like, I do, but just not right now. Like, there's other opportunities, other ways that you can give it to me. But like right here in front of her house on her birthday, please don't. At this point, her phone starts going off. And it's one of my other friends texting her like, hey, where'd you go? Are you okay? Like, where are you? Is everything all right? My heart beating outside my chest. I'm just like, come on, Martha. Like, put the robe back on, you know what I'm saying? I picked the robe before. I'm not trying to touch anything because I was already hot and bothered, but at the same time trying to play it cool. She's like, you know what? You right. Whew. Boy, I'm so glad she said that. She like, honestly, I was just trying to test you. I was going to see, did you really care about your friendship with Tay, or was you just willing to go ahead and do that with me? But just go ahead and put your number on my phone and we can go from there. See, she liked to play them games. She liked to play too many games. She already knew that she had me sweating. I'm feeling like, you know what I'm saying, it's about to be the end. The whole time she talking about I was just testing you. I put my number in her phone. She's like, look, text me when you get home or whatever. Drive safe. She puts her robe back on, goes back in the house, and all is well. So I'm driving home, thankful that none of my friends walked outside and seen Martha in my car, because at that time I was riding fishbowl, so it wasn't going to be hard to tell. So I'm almost at home. I get a call from Martha. She's like, yeah, I just want to talk to you until you get home or whatever. Like, it was just so good seeing you tonight. I love your vibe. I love your energy. I love your aura. This is and that. Like, I really hope you come to the brunch tomorrow because my friend's going to have a brunch. I told y'all, when it's her birthday, she has events Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I had already told them that I wasn't going to go to the brunch because I did have plans. But y'all know Martha make it hard for you to say no to her. She just that type. So I tell her, like, you know what? I see what I can do. I go in the house, I'm taking my clothes off. I'm telling her, like, hey, I'm about to take a shower or whatever. Like, I'll hit you tomorrow. She's like, no, I'm going to stay on the phone while you take a shower. Go ahead. Do y'all like him that clingy? You could tell me. I feel like we here now. I be telling y'all my business. Y'all can tell me a little one, too. Do y'all like them when they that clingy? They don't want to go off the phone with you when you want to shower. They always want to talk to you. As soon as you leave them, they don't even give you no time to, be with yourself. They calling you. They texting you, all that. Do y'all like them that clingy? Let me know in the comments. So anyway, I'm in the shower. Martha is still on the phone or whatever. I get out and I tell her, we talking a little bit more. I'm putting my lotion on. I'm getting my jammies, doing my nighttime routine or whatever. I'm laying down. I'm like, yeah, I'm about to fall asleep or whatever. Like, I'll hit you tomorrow and then we could talk about, whether I'm going to brunch or not. She's like, okay, I'm still on the phone. Go ahead. Go to sleep. First time meeting this girl, not even 6 hours later, and we already sleeping on the phone. It was hot. It was just too much. I wake up around 7:30, 8 that morning, and I'm kind of like moving around in the bed. So I'm guessing Martha heard me. So she's like, Bae, you up? Bro, it's just no way. Like, come on, Bae already, Martha? So if you know me, I'm going to do it for the plot. And I'm like, yeah, Bae, I'm up. How long you been up? I know y'all going to tweet me in the comments, but it is what it is. I'm just being honest. Sometimes it's just like, all right, let me just go with the flow. Somebody ever told you love them, and even though you don't love them, you just like, I love you too. It's just one of those. So we on the phone, we chatting a little bit. She's like, all right, I'm about to go ahead and go in there with them and get ready and stuff. Like, I'm just going to text you. Finally. And I was like, all right, cute. As soon as she hung up, my friend Tay started calling me. So I kind of looked at the phone for a minute, but I'm like, nah, because I feel like if I don't answer, that makes me suspicious. So I answer. I'm like, what's up? She like, nothing. I'm going to get like some stuff for my hangover. I had a hangover, since last night, whatever. She's like, and I'm low-key annoyed. She's like, I'm low-key annoyed about Martha. I'm like, for real? What Martha do? She's like, I just remember trying to sleep because I had a headache, but I guess Martha was on the phone with one of her many dudes that she talked to. She talked to so many people, so I don't even know. So it was kind of annoying me that she was kind of laughing and talking on the phone all night like, girl, go to sleep. And I was kind of quiet at first, knowing that I was the one that was on the phone with Martha. But I'm like, dang, for real? I'm like, I wonder who she was on the phone with. My friend Tay was like, it ain't no telling. When I tell you she got dudes galore, like, it's always going to be some type of dudes on her phone. Write that down. That's good to know. So trying to change the subject, I'm like, well, just go ahead and go to your brunch or whatever. I know you're excited. You always be raving about this place. It was just this new spot that opened up in town. She was like, I really wish you could come. And honestly, I was trying to find a way to come. So at that point, I walked my way right into that one. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to find some time to stop by. Like, it's your birthday. You my friend. So yeah, I'm going to find some time to come through. Cute. While we was on the phone, Martha was texting me. She's like, about to FaceTime you, babe. I want you to see my fit. I want you to see, like, do these heels go with this or whatever like that. She was just texting me while we was on the phone. At the same time, she's in like the room that's right beside the room that Tay's talking to me in. So I'm guessing Tay is hearing like her FaceTiming. And so she's like, there she go, FaceTiming. Like, oh my God, this girl don't never stop. She always on that phone. But at the same time, my phone is beeping because Martha is FaceTiming me. I mean, come on. What's the worst that could happen? If at least one person would have told me that messing around with this girl would have caused all that damage, I would have easily aborted the mission. But I guess that's just my karma, because how was somebody supposed to tell me when we were sneaking around not wanting nobody to know? So boom, we getting ready to go to my friend Tay's birthday brunch. And at this point, nobody knows that me and Martha have exchanged numbers. Nobody know that we fell asleep on the phone. Nobody knows that we just got this sneaky thing going on. And I'm not going to lie, for some odd reason, back then at least, sneaking around, it kind of felt good. I don't know if it gave me some type of excitement or some type of thrill. I don't know what it was, but honestly, I was digging the feeling. We sitting at the table at brunch, we keep looking at each other. We keep texting each other. It's just like, honestly, even though there's a table full of my friends and I just felt like me and Martha was just sitting there. We was just so into each other. I get up, I go to the bathroom. I'm in there, using the bathroom. I'm washing my hands and my phone is steady going off. Martha is calling me. So, I wash my hands, I dry them. I answer the phone, I'm like, what's up? She like, you still in the bathroom? I'm like, yeah. She like, stay right there. I'm about to come. As y'all can see, one thing about Martha, she loved playing with fire. Like, oh my God, right here, right now in the restaurant full with all of my friends, knowing, we all women. At any given moment, one of them could just easily walk in the bathroom and we caught. Y'all, Martha did not care. She definitely was living for the thrill and excitement. And as far as me, I like to do what I'm told sometimes. So I was standing right there in that bathroom waiting on Martha to get up and come. So, okay, she walks through the door. It's just me and her in there. We just kind of looking at each other. She's like, I can't stop looking at you. You look so good. I'm telling her she looks pretty. We just kind of stand each other. It's kind of awkward because at the same time, I don't know what type of time she was on. But in the back of my mind, I'm just like, I hope nobody else walks through the door. So she's like, give me a hug. It's awkward, but okay. I give her a hug. She's like rubbing her hand, down my back. She smells good. I told y'all that YSL Libre. I would never forget that. She's pulling me in close. I'm pulling her in close. She's like, I just really want to leave with you. Like, I just wish there was a way that we could just kind of disappear away from them, even if it was just like for 30 minutes. And she's just like going on talking. So I pull back because I'm like, all right, we've been in here for too long. I don't want, anyone to suspect anything. Y'all, I was just already just on the edge of my seat because I'm just like, what would be my luck for them to just find out like this? And Martha's like, wait, you're not going nowhere. She pushes me up against the wall and she kind of grabs my face and comes in for a kiss. And as soon as she does, the door swings open and lo and behold, it's one of my friends. And she's like, what y'all in here doing? So immediately, being the professional liar that I am, I'm like, well, she asked me to smell her breath because she felt like she smelled like liquor. And I'm trying to tell her I don't really smell it. Mind you, Martha hasn't even really been drinking like that. So my friend is like, oh, okay. And I do then, my friend believed me. So we were safer right then and there. But I'm telling Martha, like, bro, you walk out first. I don't even want us to walk out together. Like, we in the bathroom kind of whispering because, my friend is in the stall. I'm like, you. And then, like, I'm going to come after behind you. Yo, this girl's like, but please, like, one kiss, like, she's like, study doing this. Mind you, my friend is in the stall right here. Not even sure if she can hear all the, like, the little, because the restaurant is pretty loud. It's one of those brunch spots where, they play the music. They be twerking by the French toast. They, hey, all this, all that. So I'm not even sure that but I just didn't want to get caught no further because we was this close. Literally, she leaning in for a kiss and I'm having a lie like I'm smelling her breath, whatever. I'm literally pushing her like, go, go, go. So finally, Martha listens to me. She walks out the bathroom. I wait, like, I pretend like I'm, like, rewashing my hands again or whatever, and I wait for my other friend, and me and her, we walk out and we go back and sit down at the brunch table. At this point, not gonna lie, I am avoiding eye contact and everything with Martha because, like I said, we almost just got caught. So we just need to calm it down. Like, it's too much too fast, and I'm not trying to blow our cover. My friend Tay starts to open up her gifts or whatever. She's very happy. We sing her happy birthday. They bring the cake out. You know, we having a good time. Now everybody's starting to drink. And now you already know, once a little liquor get involved, you know, it tends to just change its course just a tad bit. So one of the messiest friends I have, she's like, okay, y'all, let's play two truths and a lie. Like, while we just sitting here waiting for everybody to finish off their drinks or whatever. And I'm just like, oh, brother. I don't like no two truths and a lie. I don't like truth or dare. I don't like tell me a secret, confess. I don't like none of that, especially when drinking is involved, because it's an accident waiting to happen. But everybody getting excited, like, yeah, you know, it's been a minute since we all caught up on each other tea or whatever. Let's start playing. So we go around the table. We like, who gonna start first? Martha raises her hand, being extra thirsty. She's like, okay, me, like, I'll start first. Like, let me start it off. I'm gonna say two truths. I'm gonna tell a lie, and I want you guys to, like, let me know what I'm lying about. Ha ha ha. And I had already knew. It's like I knew as soon as Martha raised her hand and volunteered. I'm just like, yeah, this ain't gonna be good. Like, I had already knew, y'all. I had that feeling. So they're like, okay, Martha gonna start, and then we just gonna go around the table. Cute. Martha proceeds to say, I got fired from my job. I'm pregnant. I want to mess around with somebody that's sitting at this table. Mind y'all, it's two truths, so two things that she's saying is true, and only one thing is a lie. She got fired from her job. She pregnant. She wants to mess around with somebody sitting at this table. So while everybody thinking, my friend Tay immediately goes, she's like, well, I don't know. You got fired from your job and you got to be pregnant, because messing around with somebody at this table, you know we don't get down like that, and I don't play them type of games. Martha looks right at Tay and she's like, well, whether you play it or not, I'm grown. I'm going to do what I want to do. So I get to laughing because I'm just like, you know, trying to lighten the mood. Ain't nobody else laughing. As a matter of fact, everybody else kind of looking like, you know, yeah, they backing up my friend Tay. So it's like everybody versus Martha right now.